Rock and roll.
We're back.
Popcorn.
This is, well, you know.
Is this the holiday episode?
It sort of is, but we didn't really.
Not really, yeah.
Think of any decorations or, yeah, I can't even think of any, like, holiday-related topics, except, of course, the Black Friday just gets more and more expansive.
Yeah, that's Black Thursday.
Thursday.
It's now Thanksgiving night.
Yeah, John Stewart had a line like, he's like, maybe you should worry a little bit less about the war on Christmas. Of course, he's talking to Fox News or whatever. He's like, maybe start looking at the war on Thanksgiving. It's like, because Christmas is so big, it's eating other holidays.
It's expanding.
Oh, yeah. And now I see my neighbors have a little, I don't know if it's a manger thing or whatever, but they got one of those things that they blow up at night, and it kind of makes a little thing. I don't know. I'm
just sick of all the commercials. I hate commercials.
Well,
not all of them, but a lot. And then on the radio, you get all these. It's the holiday season. Get all your liquor for your holiday parties. I'm like, what? I'm not invited to any holiday parties. Where are all these parties? I mean, I buy plenty of booze over the holidays and drink it alone at home by myself. Is that bad?
You should.
Yeah, right.
Nothing wrong with that. Well, Jay Leno always had that great line where he talked about back when he was doing this stand-up and appearing on Letterman or whatever, but he had this thing about the place that the porn place that advertises that they're going to be open on Christmas Day. It's like, is that really the guy gets up and goes, Christmas, I just love the, warmth of all mankind. I think I'll go get some porn. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So, and the Rams are limping their way through the season, but...
there's definitely some improvement at least.
Well, you can't deny that.
Yeah.
Can't deny that. I mean, it just looks so weird to me, how it's done. But Jim made a good point. I was emailing Jim Watson about how, like, even when the Rams win, the games are boring. But he's like, well, that's just. He's like, I've been cheering on the Bears for years, so of course I'm a fan of big defense teams, and that's something my brother pointed to me out that their defense has just improved dramatically, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when's the last time we even had a halfway decent defense? That was like. What, Super Bowl year, and that's it? I mean, the defense has just fell off a cliff at some point, I think. And so at least we're, obviously against New England, something went wrong there. But other than that, I don't know if we've lost by a lot of points.
And apparently Belichick doesn't like Fisher for some reason. So because he ran up the score when Fisher also coached the Titans. There was a game where they scored like high 50s, low 60s even.
Whoa, really?
And then obviously they scored a lot on the Rams. Yeah. So, and then the Rams obviously have a good kicking game as well. That punter and the Greg Zuerlein, the field goal kicker and place kicker, are pretty good. So those are things that certainly are kind of underrated and skipped over. The kicking and field position game. If you can pin people deep, likewise if you're kicking terrible punts and they're getting the ball at their own 30 or 40,
Was it in our game or was it in some other game this past Sunday? Where somebody kicked like a ridiculously short punt.
There was one during the Rams 49ers game, that last one, where I think he kind of shanked it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
There might have been another one, too.
No, I think that's it. No, I thought he said it was something.
And he had a couple in that game, too, that were not great, but they just would take good bounces. They'd land kind of not in that great position, but then bounce down the field 15, 20 more yards.
Well, that's a skill to learn how to make it land so it'll bounce the right way.
Yeah, seriously. I think there was some college game I heard. I didn't see it, but I heard about it where he did it and it bounced for like 20, 30, 40 more yards or whatever. Ended up like right at the 1.
Oh my God.
So that's the bounce you need to get.
Got to get that good bounce.
That is nice about holidays, though, football. Bowl season. Mizzou won't be in a bowl, unfortunately, but they talk about terrible seasons. They had a terrible season. Yeah, they did. I mean, they were in a few games. They almost beat Florida. They hung with Georgia for 3 quarters and then ended up getting blown out, basically. But overall, thumbs down.
Thumbs down, Mizzou.
Yeah.
And is hockey gone for the whole season? Or?
Probably. I wish it wasn't, but...
Yeah. Looking that way.
Well, and plus, too, now it's not even to the stage where they're just locked out, but where, like, the commissioner's making snarky comments about the other side, at the podium. That's never a good starting point. So when it's going down that road, things seem to be getting worse and worse. And they've already canceled the Winter Classic, which is their biggest event of the year. The New Year's Day game outside, which is always a great time. Always something fun to watch on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
That's gone, no matter what. So.
I'll tell you what words I wish I could hear more in the culture lately. Just don't hear them enough. Fiscal cliff.
Yeah. Who coins these things? You know? It's like we get these words and then we're obsessed with them and they just get repeated in media over and over.
They have to keep defining it every single time. I think at this point you can just stop defining it. You know, that toxic mix of cuts from blah 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 blah, and it's like.
But you do notice now that the Bush tax cuts are a good thing. Now, obviously not for the wealthy, but they call them the Bush tax cuts when they're talking about, you know, the ones for the people making over 250 grand, but they fail to mention that he cut taxes for everyone, and they want to extend the Bush tax cuts for everyone under 250,000. So, you know, come on.
Those are the tax cuts for the hardworking middle class.
Right, and they should extend them because I don't want to pay more taxes, and I'm not making 250,000 or more, believe me. So do extend them, damn it. But, you know.
Yeah, I hear it can go either way, really. It sounds like
they better do something. I mean, if they let taxes go up on everyone in this economy, they're going to ruin everything. I mean, not that we're already in a tough spot, we are, but that's going to destroy. It is a cliff.
That sounds like a tough way to go. But I guess it comes down to who blinks first. I mean, we're playing political chicken here, it sounds like.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The people don't care, honestly. I mean, they just want something to get done.
Yeah.
So
get something done. I don't know if this is true, but on the Daily Show they call it our totally solvable budget crisis or something like that. So yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. What was I was trying to think of something with that. Oh well, who cares? Anything else going on in the culture? We need to cover before our big movie.
All kinds of culture going on.
Big movie's coming out.
Yeah, well, The Hobbit. I'm looking forward to that. Coming out in mid-December and 48 frames per second.
I'm hearing some weird things about that. Like some people are getting nauseous when they watch it.
Really? And it could be because this is the first movie ever that does 48. Basically, in every second that you're watching the movie, there are 48 still, or in most movies it's 24 still images that, you know, you just looks like a moving picture, the picture show, as they used to call it. This one has double 48. So
I'm just trying to imagine. Have you ever seen anything in that?
No, this is the first thing to ever do it.
Oh. So I'm wondering, what are you going to just see more on the screen?
Well, that's the thing. I'm guessing that, you know, just like a nicer TV has a better refresh rate, so the picture, I guess, is just a little bit more fluid. Now, do you really notice? How much do you notice? That's certainly up for debate. But the thing I read is that it's going to help the 3D. That's what I read.
Yeah. I mean, if it were one of those things, like, because obviously when you're looking at a picture, sometimes you're looking at a person, and then, like, in the background, there's this stuff that's just, you know, out of focus or whatever.
Right.
I mean, if it's one of those things where you have deep focus in almost every shot, you know, I don't know if that, I guess I would add to it. It'd be giving more to look at or whatever. But yeah, you can see how it could contribute to the 3D.
Maybe if there's a fight scene, just it's more fluid when they're moving their swords around or running or whatever. I don't know. That's, I mean, you would think that's the case, but then again, too, some people say, well, you can't even tell the difference when you're watching it and perceiving it. You're not going to know.
Well, the other weird thing is, like, I wish they would really publicize, like, have some kind of database, and maybe they will by the time the movie comes out, or maybe they already have it. But I've heard that most audiences will not see it in that because they'll watch it at some theater that it really isn't.
Set up for that?
The projectors aren't set to do that.
It's probably true.
I'm wondering if you would think at least Gravois Bluff would be okay, Great Escape, because they're all digital projection.
Right.
So you would think that would be okay. But yeah, I wish, just give me like a list of the movie theaters so I can go see it in that.
Yeah, I'd rather drive a little farther if I had to see it the right way.
Yeah.
There's no question. You would think Ronnie's would have it the right way. I mean, they have the IMAX, right? Because it's in IMAX 3D.
Oh, man.
And then some other weird 3D thing that I never heard of, too.
Yeah. Well, they have different things. They call IMAX Real 3D, or something. I'm not even sure what that all means. You know, really.
I don't either.
But man, I would like to see that at IMAX, but I just feel like you're really going to have to get in line for a long time. Like for the first solid week or something, I'll bet that IMAX line will just be around the corner.
Yeah.
You know.
And our break starts later, so everyone's going to be off. You know, normally you get off like a few days before everyone's off.
Right.
Poor us.
Yeah. Maybe you just have to try to see it at some weird time at like, I don't know, 10 on a Thursday.
10:45 a.m. showing.
Yeah. But even then, you'd probably have more people trying to go in there for the...
All the college kids and high school kids are home and off. I mean, So
maybe for the first time, maybe I'll just go to Gravois Bluffs because that'll at least be manageable. You know, you won't have to deal with too much.
That is kind of hidden away, and it doesn't. It seems pretty reasonable every time you go. There aren't too. Now again, we're not going on like Saturday nights. Maybe it's worse.
They do fill a lot on Saturday nights, but but Ronnie's is one of those. Man, I tell you what, the other day,
Ronnie's is a zoo every time.
I told you I was meeting. After we saw Life of Pi the other day, and we're going to discuss that in a minute. But after, you know what? Well, of course I couldn't discuss it with Wesley because. But anyway, yeah, Wesley and I were supposed to see this movie called Silver Linings Playbook, which I didn't even describe that to you the right way. I said something like this guy loses his wife. Well, he loses his wife because she cheats on him, and then he goes crazy and beats the crap out of the guy who was, whatever. And so then he gets court-ordered sort of psychological therapy or whatever, and he comes out and he's obviously still crazy or whatever. But so it's a pretty entertaining movie. But Wesley and I are supposed to meet at De Pere, and that lot was just freaking packed, like wall to wall, like every single spot. You were just waiting for anywhere in the entire lot, and it's a pretty big lot. I mean, not as big as some, but and I lucked out, and just somebody right when I'm driving by, somebody pulls out, and I'm like, just right in there. But I thought, Wesley, there's no way he's gonna make this. And sure, I went and bought a ticket, and it was one of those. It was so crazy. I knew it was only playing there and at the Moolah. And I'm like, should I even buy a ticket here? I bet it's like wall to wall inside the theater. Sure enough, I get in there, and I'm like, I have to go all the way down to the second row just to find a spot. It actually wasn't too bad because the screen was pretty small. Yeah. So it wasn't one of those. Sometimes you're in the second row, it's almost impossible to watch the movie because the screen's like, you're like going, So, but yeah, Wesley couldn't even find a spot on the parking lot. So you will not be hearing about Silver Linings Playbook. We'll only be discussing Skyfall for that segment. But anyway, let's get to the movie you and I saw with not a big crowd at all. Once again, an old Great Escape, The Life of Pi.
Life of Pi.
And I guess one thing we could say that the commercials don't show you at all is that there is a frame device in this movie where you have the older Pi talking to a guy who's interviewing him, and then the movie ends with, comes back kind of like, something like Saving Private Ryan or Titanic or whatever, where it's like, let's go back to my youth and see when I had some crazy adventures. So like Titanic, they're on a boat, right?
Yeah.
So did you want to give the plot a little bit of what he faces?
Well, mainly it's a story about an Indian family. The father owns, he doesn't own, I guess he rents a zoo, really.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they run a zoo. They have all these animals. Eventually, they decide the best thing for the family would be to move from India to Canada. And they own the animals, but not the property the zoo's on. Right. So they are taking all the animals to North America to sell them off, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
A storm hits, destroys the ship, and old Pi finds himself on a lifeboat with Richard Parker, a tiger, with a very interesting name. A couple other animals are there too, but they, they kind of die off a little, and then he needs to traverse the ocean with a tiger. And most people have probably seen the previews, and it's pretty cool. Yeah. I think it's worth seeing in 3D. This is one of those that the 3D added to it.
I agree.
It seemed like most scenes, were shot in, again, we've talked in the past, some movies, it seems like some scenes really aren't even 3D. They're just, if you're wearing the tinted glasses, what's the point then?
Yeah.
So great visuals, great special effects. I meant to look this up. I didn't, but I would imagine that tiger was all CGI, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's amazing too, now that they're making real animals that look almost as real as the real thing, which is awesome.
I don't know that I could, if you showed me that in a movie, I just heard that it was a CGI tiger, but I don't know that if I would have been able to, I guess I probably would assume that it was part CGI, some CGI sometimes and not CGI the other. I mean, but maybe I haven't looked at tigers enough. So it looks
See him
real.
at the zoo, but you never get that close to him.
Yeah.
It's way far away in
it looked pretty real to me.
Yeah.
So, it was kind of amazing. And all the one, they had a zebra, they had some kind of orangutan.
And a hyena.
And who knows how much of all that stuff, like on the I did read a thing saying that when you see like him in the storm or whatever, that either most of that or almost all of it is not CGI, that they were really putting him through the ringer there. He was like sliding all over the deck, with water.
Shooting water on him.
Yeah, so, I mean, you'd have to imagine that some of those gigantic waves, that has to be CGI. That's like the perfect storm kind of stuff. Like,
those had to be.
Yeah.
You would think.
But, and then, it then sort of has, one thing I like too is that it has, and maybe people could get this idea from the ads, because there's some kind of weird, I don't know if that's a real thing in the ocean where the water becomes so...
that was crazy looking.
Yeah, like it was like jellyfish, bunch of jellyfish creating this weird neon look, which you might think, okay, if there's a whole school, but then if a whale like comes out of the water, would that really stick with him? I wouldn't think so. But the movie has these little slight surreal touches to where the whale's glowing green too. And I guess if the water hangs on him for a little bit, but and then there's clearly this one moment where he goes on this island that it's like some kind of weird.
That to me really threw me off, because I thought for a while he would like was just hallucinating all of it. That's where I thought it was going, and they didn't go that way, which was cool, I guess.
There's kind of like a magic island, but it sort of got good magic and bad magic.
Yeah, so you're right. It kind of has that tinge of fantasy in the movie. I mean, it's mostly seems like a realistic type of thing, but some of the animals, the way they do it, look just a little bit different. The jellyfish scene is a great one, and so is that island scene.
There's this thing, I don't know if it was originated in Spanish literature or whatever, but I know I read it in like 100 Years of Solitude by Marquez, and they call it magic realism, where you're mostly in the real world, but then there's these weird flourishes, like suddenly a character just starts flying or something like that. So yeah, I think that's what we were going for. They do give you a sort of way out at the end. It's sort of like this is a kind of focused on the idea of storytelling and what you might believe from something, and they kind of once he gets back, and he does, and we know he gets back because he's alive at the end. He's an adult. He kind of gives this alternate story that makes it almost sound like what you just heard was more of a parable, and and it's sort of like choose your own kind of how you want to view this movie. I guess I just feel like the way the emotion he has when he's telling the story seemed hard for me not to go for the what they've been telling us the whole time, but I guess it ultimately doesn't matter. It could come down to me just sort of asking Ang Lee, which is real? And he's like, oh, it's the first one. Okay, thanks.
I kind of like the little theme or sub-theme of kind of religious harmony a little bit too. How as a kid, before he even goes on this whole adventure, at first, he's obviously a Hindu, then he converts to Christianity, then he converts to Islam. Right. And that was just kind of interesting. Yeah, that, he was just interested in finding out more, kind of at peace with it, and it wasn't with all the fight. Obviously all the religious fighting we see today. Yeah. It was a little refreshing, I thought.
Yeah, I thought so too. And then he also has space for his father is either an atheist or somebody who, if he has any kind of spiritual beliefs, they don't fit into any kind of organized religion. So he teaches rationality, and he says somewhere at the end about how rationality. My father's teaching saved my life or whatever, because he learns how to do all these build things and whatnot. See, I thought that I heard a couple critics, I don't know if they were complaining or if they were just pointing out the idea that not everybody would be into hearing about all that kind of stuff. And, you can't put all that into a trailer. So I guess maybe if you were like going, come on, man, we're like 20 minutes into it and he's not on the boat yet. I mean, trailers can't, and I think you have to just establish a reason, like, why do I care about the kid on the boat, and I think that first half hour or so of sort of showing his spiritual progress and, his embracing different things, and it is a initiation narrative, so that's what in an initiation narrative, the young protagonist is exposed to different ideas. Huck Finn learns that he's in a society that he needs to defy. He can't keep going along with slavery and that kind of thing. So I thought that was well done. I mean, they throw in an obligatory sort of love interest, and that's just part of growing up. It doesn't really. They kind of have to quickly get through that little relationship. But I thought that was decent too. So it's just interesting to watch it through. The frame is always an interesting thing. Like I always ask, do we need that? And in this case, I just liked the actor who played the older character, and I liked the interviewer too. So I thought it worked out well enough to occasionally interrupt the tale, because occasionally they'll cut back in and they'll say, what about this?
And like they do a lot of the times. I mean, you're using a lot of literary terms. I don't know what you're talking about. But
initiation narrative.
But what would get me is you can't have the narrator the whole movie. And so once they finally get away, it's fine for a little bit. They finally get away from it. It worked, I thought.
They want to keep bringing you back a little bit, and I don't know if they fully got to this. He sort of like, again, they leave it to you at the end, but they do have this weighty question of like, do you believe in God kind of thing? And the story he thinks will convince the interviewer to believe in God, but at the end they kind of just go, believe what you want.
And do animals have souls?
That was
kind of another thing, and
it's so
I don't want to give it away at the end. I mean, not that it's a huge thing, but
it's so
he kind of figures it out, I think, and is a little disappointed.
It is. You're right. It is so weird, because I read an essay today where somebody was talking about animal experimentation, and I swear they had like a whole page on whether animals have souls or not. I'm like, look. if you want to say, do animals have feelings, or do they feel pain, or should we treat obviously they scream or whatever, should we make them suffer or whatever? That's fine, but we can't really measure whether anybody has a soul, much less animals, So to sort of bring that up as one side or the other. I mean, I thought it would be fine to sort of start out with this argument that, in the past, people like Aristotle and whatever argue this, and maybe those ideas have filtered down, that we've always viewed animals as lesser than us, and they don't feel things as deeply as we do. I mean, but it's just weird, I thought, to go on to. But in a movie, you can do all kinds of kooky stuff, and they made it work, and I didn't think they were too preachy or anything like that about any of their religious ideas. So.
No, I think so. I'd recommend go see it before it gets out of theaters.
See Life of Pi. It may, in fact, even be one of the best.
And if you can stomach 3D, I know some people can't, but if you can't see it in 3D, I would recommend that.
Oh yeah, I think that added to it, and it didn't, unlike other movies, I mean, that are maybe too dimly lit to begin with. That it didn't detract at all. If there were parts of it that weren't in 3D, I didn't see any. I wasn't constantly doing this, going, "Is this in 3D or not?" So, Letterman said that a long time ago. You're just doing this the whole time. So well done, Ang Lee. I know it was hard work to get that movie done. Movies on water, never fun. Waterworld being the hardest example. He said it's just like that. It's ridiculous to try to work on water, but sometimes you got to do it. So. Stick around, folks. Next, Wesley and I are going to talk to you about a movie that probably you've already seen, but what the hell, maybe not. The new James Bond movie, Skyfall.
There's a place I've discovered, a place that's challenging.
With 4 associate degree programs and 20 certificate programs.
A place that's accessible with 4 locations, plus an online campus.
A place that's student-centered, where I receive the education I deserve.
A place that's affordable, where I can save thousands of dollars.
There's a place to discover your future.
That place is here, Jefferson College.
Hey, folks. It's back to discussing another movie in theaters. Once again, we have no clips because it's in theaters. The studio did not give us a clip. We didn't. In their defense, we didn't even send them a request because we knew it would take too long.
Yep.
But we're here to talk about the latest Bond movie, which who knows, it might even still be in theaters by the time this thing airs, because it's got legs, as they say. Have you ever heard that phrase?
Yeah, it'll move somewhere. It'll go.
Well, yeah, I guess that's what they mean by it. And with movies, they mean it's going to stay in the theaters a long time. And
if it has legs, it'll stay in the theater?
Yeah.
So it won't move.
That's right.
Has no legs. Weird. There's nothing to stand on.
It's moving in terms of the money made or something.
Exactly, yeah.
So, it's I guess it's big enough to where at least 2 or 3 more weeks, you would think. Stars Daniel Craig once again for, I believe, his 3rd outing as the
JB.
The ever alcoholic, womanizing Mr. Bond. No, maybe he's not going to alcoholic.
But he was recovering from something, right?
I don't know. His last movie, I thought he was like a rageaholic or something. He just hardly said anything. He just beat the crap out of people.
Yep.
So that didn't really work for me as James Bond. If you're not going to be at least a little bit suave or something, what's the point? You might as well just be the Punisher or something. So tell us a little bit about the plot, as you recall it.
If I recall it, there was
Skyfall.
There's a breach. Basically happens. It's a major breach of basically information about other MI, or is it M1? I always forget.
I think it's MI6.
MI6 agents.
Yeah.
And somebody is going to broadcast their location information of where they are, so they can be pegged off one by one for past behaviors not liked by others. And so that, of course, is Daniel Craig is pulled out. Comes out of his little alcoholic island that he's on, and he has to try
he has a little accident. Little thing snafu goes wrong, and they think he's dead, and then so he's kind of just chilling for a while until this. Chilling on an island, drinking or whatever, until this emergency arises.
Which he sees on the TV at the bar on the island.
There you go.
And he comes back, and I think he wants to help.
Again.
Yep, he wants to help his fellow agents. Yeah. Of course, and then the mother, what's her name?
M.
Yeah, he wants to help her out. And my favorite part in the whole idea of him, I'm going to come back and help, is he sucks. he's no good anymore. His aim's off. He needs all his training. He's out of shape. And they actually, remember what they do? They totally pass him.
Right.
Even though he shouldn't have passed. I thought that was hilarious.
We've never seen that happen before.
No.
Where somebody gets passed even though they don't deserve it.
You're right.
Never before.
Never
in my life. But yeah, so that's the one thing I'm like, okay, how long did they think he was dead, and how long was he just drinking and having sex with the random, whatever, island female? Because it seems to me like if it was only even a month, would you really lose that much in a month or something?
Did we ever get told how long it was?
I'm guessing it was probably something like 6 months.
It's got to be, yeah.
So, but that's one of those like easily done things where you go, 6 months later, just a little cue at the bottom of the thing.
That's all we needed.
So that was a little weird. But yeah, and then also he's got part of an injury too. And as part of the snafu, he still has some shrapnel in.
And his injury was because of the beginning of the movie.
Right.
The beginning of the movie is very interesting.
Yeah, I think that's really, I mean, it's over the top, but it's exciting. And
it is.
I find it hard to, I like this Bond movie, and in fact, it might even make my top 10 list.
You bonded with it?
I bonded with it in a way that I haven't bonded with Bond in a while. And I don't know why. I mean, is it that different than what we've seen before? Well, it's certainly different than the almost mute character he played in the last one, which had the horrible title of Quantum of Solace.
Just a little tiny bit of peace.
And even the Casino Royale, that was okay, but I still felt like we were dealing with the whole, I don't know, there's something that seemed off about that. Like maybe it was in the wake of Austin Powers. Things still seemed a little too goofy. That's one thing I find it difficult not to measure these movies by now. And in fact, I almost wondered if the Javier Bardem character, the bad guy, if he wasn't trying to inject a little camp into his role purposefully, acting a little goofy or whatever. And we both laughed at a part where the bad guy, his name's Silva, says to Bond something like, all this running around and jumping everywhere, it's exhausting. Where have you heard a Bond character villain say that before? It's more something like, Dr. Evil would say or something. It's freaking exhausting,
Yeah.
So I guess I like that. Maybe they're giving a little wink to the idea that this is all a little slightly silly or whatever.
Yeah.
But then they have a pretty dramatic ending. They also give us, in case you've been holding out for, where is Miss Moneypenny? You finally get that character fully introduced by the end of the movie. So
she's a good actress in that movie too. I liked her character a lot.
So she's clearly, and I like they had a new Q. They had a youngster.
Yeah, Q is awesome.
And I will say one of my favorite lines, even though it sort of makes you wonder, okay, so what's the point of Q if they're just going to reduce his role to this sort of very more limited thing? I still like it. It was just getting a little annoying or absurd, the kinds of weapons they would give him in the past. It's like, oh, let's think of weird little goofy, again, it's just stuff that can be parodied too easily. It's like, here's a little thing that looks like a cricket, but it actually, if you whisper, Yankee Doodle Dandy to it, it explodes or something.
That's a terrible cricket.
In what was it, in Mission Impossible, it was like the red light, green light piece of gum or something.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't just give them a little thing that says, bomb on it and you just chuck it at somebody. So I do like that they give him this gun that it only will shoot if it's
matches his grip, right?
Right, your handprint. I know I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah,
before.
I've seen
That's
it before.
Not new.
No,
that's
no
not
way.
new at all. Maybe
I can't remember what movie, but you're right. There is a movie.
Maybe even another Bond movie where that was done.
Possibly.
Maybe even like one of the Pierce Brosnan ones or something.
God, it does sound familiar.
But that's just, to me, it's like, okay, I get it. You just want to. So and then he gives him what? Some kind of thing that's just a transmitter.
Yep.
So why do you even need a guy called Q to do that? Just here's the thing. Yeah. They actually did use the Q character later for some kind of computer tracking some Q.
Oh yeah, that was a good part too.
That made more sense. But then he's not really. Q means quartermaster, which means weapons, right?
Well, just a person who doles out the equipment necessary for the techniques or the battle at hand.
But I think of what that whole computer thing is like, I don't know, computer analyst or whatever, it doesn't matter. But that character, I did like when Bond was like, what the hell, you know? He's like, you know, I'm only getting these 2 things. It's not exactly Christmas. And Q's like, what were you expecting? An exploding shoe or something like that? Or maybe he said the exploding cricket.
Yeah, maybe.
Whisper howdy doody to Yankee Doodle Land. No, he's like, what were you expecting? And he mentioned something like that. He's like, yeah, we don't really get on with that kind of thing anymore. I just like that. To me, it was a sort of way of saying maybe we're going to try to be a little bit more serious in this Bond world, that it's just going to come down to him and his wits and a gun. And
part of me wondered, is it a social commentary on all the gadgets they pump out? Do we really need those things?
Yeah, maybe
for the
that
menial
too.
Tasks? Are we going overboard on these weird little creative?
Maybe that too.
You never know.
And of course, I mean, I heard somebody say it seemed a little outdated, like that they had this big threat to their computer security. It's like, you know, like, oh my God, computers can be hacked?
Yeah, exactly.
that is so weird.
And then, of course, they try to show this amazing looking security type system where it was like some bunch of data points rolling around.
Kind of thing going on. It looks like the Matrix or something.
It doesn't seem like that's really that awesome for what year we're in.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it should be more awesome. I don't know. It didn't seem like it was really that impressive.
I guess you always run the risk of making it look like space age kind of stuff. But anyway, but these are all minor points, I suppose. Ultimately, there's something they got back to with maybe it was the idea of how it just his relationship with M. Maybe that showed something that he
loyalties go.
Yeah, loyalties and the fact he seemed like sometimes like a soulless character, but it showed that he cared about country and he cared about this woman who was sort of like a mother figure to him.
Which he doesn't really have a view of that for other women usually.
Yeah.
That was stark contrast.
And Ralph Fiennes had an interesting role as one of these guys you think is just the another bureaucratic jerk.
Jerk.
Will be nice. Call him a jerk.
Yeah, why not?
But he's really just, he's not. I mean,
no, he wasn't.
He proved himself in the end. And so, yeah, it's got a lot going for it. So 2 thumbs as high as the sky for Skyfall, and it will never fall. So I'm glad to see it. They brought it back from the precipice, because I thought after Quantum of Solace, and for a while they thought it was just over. They couldn't come up with negotiations or whatever. So
I forget. Was I the one after the movie? I said I saw a little Boehme.
Yeah, you did mention that.
Did you say? I can't remember if you agreed.
No, you said that.
Yeah, I did. Did you see a little bit of that kind of?
In the villain, or
in the villain? A little bit of Boehme.
Yeah, in a sense of maybe somebody who seems to be has his own agenda and sort of rejects any kind of civilization or anything like that. Yeah. Although Boehme at least had this sort of pretend idea that, all your institutions have failed you, so I'm going to create a revolution and you can all rally around me. And maybe that was all a sham, but Silva didn't really have any of that. He was more like, okay, they've trained me how to operate in the shadows, and I'm going to keep doing that, except I'm just going to use it to enrich myself or to just screw with people, you know. So, and you said something like maybe a little like the Joker, or somebody said that he's sort of like, I'm just going to do whatever I want, because basically this institution has ruined my life. They've ruined my looks, and you know, they turned me into a freak. So I might as well be a freak. And I guess I wish sometimes that they would have a little bit more critique of these spy organizations. And you know, Bond always comes out looking like, you know, the great hero and everything. I was just mentioning in class the other day, I'm like, how, you know, when Batman, I really wasn't sold on Batman with that Batman Begins, because he does some pretty crazy stuff in there. He drives the Batman just like on this ridiculous chase all over town. Cops' cars, it's all to save his girlfriend. And it's not even really his girlfriend yet, I don't think. And at one point he actually is driving the Bat Hummer or whatever on top of cop cars. I'm like, you're telling me in all that, not one cop wasn't at least paralyzed from this? And in these movies, they always do this. It's sort of like, you know, they just show, and you know, with Silva, at least they were trying to show that, sometimes when you have a war, there's people who are, you know, sort of disfigured by it, and even some of the good guys are disfigured. Although, in his case, they threw in this little thing that he was running his own missions, like he had it coming, sort of idea. Well, you know, I don't know if you leave him to rot in a POW camp, you sort of take him off the mission. So I just wish there was a little bit more of a. And in the end, I sort of think, oh well, I guess it is kind of saying Britain's awesome, and and we need to keep funding all these secret spy organizations, and I'm not really down for that agenda. But in a movie world, I watched 24 for whatever 7 years, and I was, Jack Bauer would torture people and stuff like that, and I'm not down for that in real life, but I can go, in fiction it just makes it more interesting, I guess, or more cool or something. So
did we talk also about there's a hint that new to come, right? Was that what we also talked about, how it seemed like there was a closing of a chapter but reopening?
Well,
something?
yeah, I mean, we probably don't want to get into that, but there's sort of reshuffling of personnel. At the office, so that might have something. That might create a new vibe. I'm not sure that alone could do it, but I just really think if you want a prescription for future success in Bond movies, keep picking directors like Sam Mendes, somebody who knows how to make something like American Beauty, just living in suburbia, fascinating and interesting. Because if he can make that interesting, then he can maybe bring that human element to about. Because I remember reading a quote from him saying, there's a lot of days when you're working on a movie like this where you go, totally nailed that shot or whatever. Wow, we got this great action scene. He's like, you have to keep reminding yourself or asking yourself, but does it fit with the story? Does it really contribute something valuable to the character, to the story? Not just, did I make a cool looking shot? I will say one shot where they have this train, underground train bursting through a wall.
That was neat.
It looked neat, but it was one of those things where the villain had things timed a little too well. It's like just when he ends his sentence, like, you're going to get yours, Bond, here comes a train, roaring through a wall. So I wonder, like, why would somebody like Mendes allow that to happen? But maybe that's just one of those things you surrender to when you're making a movie like this. But anyway, we have to move on. There's a much more inferior movie to be looked at with Mr. McBride. Yes, Brian McBride is going to be joining us for the first time. And look out, folks, because this is The Day That Time Ended.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Come on back. Do you dance, Brian?
I don't know, not much.
At the Royale, do you ever dance?
No.
All right, folks, we're back for more popcorny goodness. And as always, we end tonight's, or today's, or whenever you watch this. It's probably going to air like 10 times over Christmas break.
Good.
So,
happy holidays.
If you have charter in Jefferson County, Merry Christmas. So we got a weird movie called The Day Time Ended.
How many Oscar nominations?
I think in the bizarre world it made about 5. Very, I will say this about it. It's obviously kind of a low budget thing, but it's, and you haven't really seen the other kinds of movies. Oh, by the way, this is Brian McBride, folks, new cast member. We're in season 7 here, so we had to shake things up.
Season 7, and I'm here. Absolutely.
So it's just lucky we found another Brian here. So, Brian, by the way, the other Brian used to have a thing called Brian's Beef. It's not every time, but occasionally he'd have a little thing he was torqued off about for that day, and so if you ever think of something in the future that you're torqued off about, just jot a note down. You can complain about it on the show.
Okay. All right.
Kind of like Back in Black or something on the Daily Show.
Okay, you got it.
All right.
Start taking notes immediately.
Exactly. The Day Time Ended. So I do think it's like maybe a slight cut above some of the other goofy sci-fi we've looked at on the show, but it's got a surreal element to it. I'm not really sure. There's some claymation at some point. Did you?
Yes, there is.
What did you think that was supposed to be? Did you think that was supposed to be like dinosaurs or something?
That's a great question. Or are there creatures on another planet that have this sort of baseness about them, like dinosaurs? just animal sensibility or something. It threw me for a loop, I have to say. But you go back to that intro about time happening in the past, the present, and the future, and it all being one. I'll tell you what I want to give this film credit for, and that's bravery. Yeah. That's a huge bite for a low budget.
Right. Right. And it at least it's one of those, you sometimes wonder, though, do they make up weird ideas like that so that it fits all the weird stuff they want to do, like some idea that, oh, yeah, all things. But I do, and that's one thing we should explain. When you looked at the DVD, was the guy's words, there's a narrator at the beginning, and was it sort of like, it was like fuzzy at first, or you couldn't quite make out what he was saying, or could you make it out totally the whole time?
I don't remember having that problem.
Okay, maybe it was just, I made a VHS copy of it.
Oh, okay, and watched it on VHS.
So maybe it was the VHS where I thought his voice was like going in and out or something. I thought maybe they were trying to mimic this idea of like sending a transmission and having it only partially, and then it got clearer as it moved along. But
oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about now.
It's
yes,
like,
it fuzzes in as though we're picking up radio transmission from another galaxy. I remember this now.
So just a warning, folks, you don't have to adjust your TV. Like, what the hell? There's just kind of like, and then it just becomes clear, I used to think that time and whatever. So yeah, it brings up this idea that maybe time and space and all that kind of thing is just little concepts we have, but they're all kind of, I've heard that before, that everything is always occurring at once. Time there's time is just an illusion, and so apparently there's at some point in the movie there's some kind of breach like that, some kind of weird kind of occurrence, and I guess it sort of, maybe there's, who knows, some kind of portal opens, but aliens are there, monsters are there, strange lights in the sky. I mean,
and apparently good aliens and bad aliens.
Good aliens,
everything
bad aliens,
happening at once. Monsters,
technology,
and people.
I guess the technology, you're thinking maybe it's connected to the aliens, but who knows? Maybe it's some weird Matrix style kind of thing going on. So something from the future. So
I'm not so sure I can make the claim that man didn't walk with dinosaur any longer. I'm starting to think that in this film we have proof.
Maybe man also walked with giant green triangles too.
That's true. That's
how the pyramids were built.
That give back horses. I'm saying too much. That we should watch the film and.
It's like some kind of genie lamp or something.
I like it. That you can fit in your pocket.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess the only other thing we should mention before we get to this is that it's got one of the Ewing clan in it.
That's right.
Jock Ewing, also known as Jim Davis, is the patriarch of the family. He's a man who sleeps with a gun at his night table, and it's not even in the drawer. It's just sitting there right on top of the night table.
That's right.
And he does know how to carry that gun around. That's his big thing in the movie, just flourishing.
You can tell that he's been trained.
Yeah, and does he shoot it at one point? I know somebody shoots their gun at one point.
He does, but I don't want to say what happens, man. I think that's a really important plot line, isn't it?
Yeah, it's key. So, all right, folks. Well, stick around for the day the time ended, and we will we'll pop up every once in a while with our witty remarks and sly observational humor. But
can do.
We'll see you again at the end of the movie.
Can anyone hear me? I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am in time. I don't know what century I'm in. There's a message I must get through to anyone who can hear me. When I was out among you, I always believed, as you do, that time exists in a sequential pattern, one day following another, 1 year after another, each century following the previous one. But it's not like that at all. I can tell you that now because I know. Believe me. You see, time exists in a continuum. Objects, sounds, words spoken thousands of years ago are still around us, somewhere in the vast infinity of space. The future, as we call it, that too is with us now. Past, present, and future are constantly in conflict in a finite world. On a planet known as Earth, which I once inhabited, we think of time as something that is happening now, that the past is gone, that the future is not yet. But that's not so. If anyone can hear it, know that yesterday, today, and tomorrow are constantly with us and will be with us through all eternity.
I'm glad to know we're not alone.
Me too, man. Wow. It's just, it's like a real college bull session we're having here. Strange lights in the sky. Exploding into fireworks.
That's what they do.
Sure be good to see the family again.
Yeah. I bet Jenny's grown at least a foot in the last 3 months.
They must have had one hell of a vacation.
Hey, if you're going to build a house, you got to get your family out of the way.
Tell me about it.
The country observed a most extraordinary event at
Hey, get a load of that.
this morning. A trinary supernova, a simultaneous explosion of 3 giant stars located in the center of
Hey, we better get a move on if we want to reach that plane on time.
Clearly visible in the early morning sky. Scientists tell us that the actual event occurred several hundred years ago, and that the light and other radiation from the explosion are just now reaching our planet. Radio telescopes around the world are studying the skies today in hopes of learning more about this highly unusual occurrence. Meanwhile, authorities tell us that the levels of radiation reaching us from the supernova are extremely small and pose no immediate health hazard. However, news services around the world are reporting electrical disturbances and radio interference. And here in the deserts of Southern California, we've even had some reports of ground tremors. We remind you that there is currently no cause for alarm. Scientists say they have no reason to expect any further repercussions from those extraterrestrial explosions.
Passengers may proceed to evacuate.
Oh, wonderful. Come on over here, baby. Hey, glad to see you.
We had a ball.
Come here, baby.
Come on.
See?
It's nice to be home, though.
Nice to have you. Come on, let's get back in here, huh?
Honey, I'm afraid I'm going to have to drop you at the new house and run. And I mean run.
Oh, no.
I have these plans I have to get out in one hell of a rush. You have to be in New York within 24 hours.
Daddy!
Don't worry, sweetheart. I'll be back late tonight.
Daddy, we run on a camel.
Camel, huh? Yeah, that must have been a lot of fun, huh? Well, there it is. Finished product.
Oh, Brad.
What do you think of it, Beth?
Oh, Daddy, you did a great job. It's fabulous.
That husband of yours is the best goddamn draftsman west of Mississippi. Damn good at these hands, too. All solar powered. Everything's modern as you can get.
Yeah, even I like it.
You're a tough little kid. Please, wait till you see the surprise I got for you.
Me too?
Yeah, you too, baby.
Follow me. Come on, sweetheart. Now, you wait right there, Jenny. You too, Steve. Now, close your eyes, both of you. And don't you open them till I tell you, okay?
I bet it's a puppy dog.
It's better than that. Closed. But you open them yet. Now you can open them.
Pony!
Wow, I'm going to try him out right now. Thanks, Dad.
No, better put him up, son. We have to unpack the car. You can ride him later. There's plenty of time.
Thank you, Grandpa.
You can play with him now, honey, but don't leave the corral. Isn't he pretty?
What do you think of them, Mama?
Oh, beautiful choices.
Yeah, let's go in, huh?
Like her? Look, isn't she cute, Snoopy? Isn't she cute?
You better hit the road. Don't worry about this stuff. Steve and I'll take care of it.
Okay, thanks, Dad. Take care, Steve.
Bye.
Sorry, honey. There's no way out of it. Jenny! Come say goodbye to Daddy!
I know. I understand. Will you call me?
As soon as I get in.
Hey, come back. You wait here. Hold it.
Wow! Suddenly the pony is so boring. That's the new iPhone 7, dude. It's so green. Ouch.
Touch it again.
It's an alien bug zapper. I'm a green triangle. I don't talk. Shut up. It's like crayon, animated crayon.
You want to know, don't you?
For a minute, she was one with the pony.
Yeah, you're not kidding. She was also one with the triangle.
And one with the triangle.
Bye, sugar. You be a good girl for Mommy now, okay?
I will, Daddy.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll hurry back.
Hey, Mama, let me help you fast. Go ahead.
What happened?
My God, I have no idea.
Oh, man. Looks like some bikers did it.
Bikers?
Yeah, before we went on vacation, I saw some guys hill climbing.
Everything's all right in there.
Jenny!
Better check upstairs, Steve.
Yeah.
Not now, sweetheart, not now.
Grandpa, what's that funny thing out behind the barn?
I don't know. I don't know.
Grandpa,
Not now.
it makes funny noises.
Well, everything's all right in the kitchen. Seems to me they only have one room. This one. Damn hoodlums.
Well, I don't know why they did it. Or who did it. But you'd better call the police.
Jenny, honey, what are you talking about? Makes funny noises.
Lots of lights and stuff, and it plays music.
Sweetheart, there's nothing out there behind the barn except corral.
Hey, Dad. Everything looks fine upstairs. I must have heard somebody or something and left.
Dad, maybe we'd better go check.
Yeah. Let's go. Hey, girl. Let's go.
Well, don't just stand there. Help me clean up.
I'll show you just what I mean.
Okay, sweetheart.
Granddad, it was there a little while ago. It really was.
Oh?
All right, baby, let's go in the house and clean up that mess, okay?
But, Mommy, it was. I promise it was.
Hey, with lights and stuff?
Yes, Granddad.
And music playing?
Yes.
Come on, Jenny. Jenny, I won't tell you again.
Coming, Mommy.
God, that's not good. This look good to you?
Yeah.
You better run in and wash up, sweetheart. They're just about ready.
Okay, Grandpa.
call the police?
Yeah, I called them. They said they'd be over in the morning to make a full report. They also said to leave everything just like it is. Good. Come on, let's go eat, huh? You sit right there on the end, okay? There you are.
Grandpa, this is a funny house.
Oh?
How do you mean, Jamie?
It's the only house that I've ever seen that works by itself.
What are you talking about?
Well, I walked in the bathroom and the lights went on. And I went to the sink and the water turned itself on.
I think you're crazy.
Fed the horses, huh?
Sure did.
Good boy.
Fed yours too, you little monster.
It's nice to have a man around the house.
Hey, excuse me, Mama. Oh, there you are, Steve. Listen.
I don't hear anything.
You have to listen very, very carefully, sweetheart.
I'm completely tuned into the silence and turned on by it. Isn't that what you wanted me to say?
No traffic, no sirens, no planes, no people, no nothing.
There's not a road there, is there? Or is there?
No, it's not the road.
A jet?
Can't be. There's two motorcycles separating in a cat, can I?
No. No, you can't say that.
God, Anna. We just saw a UFO.
I don't believe it.
Let's get back inside the house.
Uh-huh. Well, how long do you think it'll take to fix it? Yeah. Okay, I'll call back in an hour or so. Thank you.
Hey. While you're on to bed, I think I'll have a glass of milk to lock up.
All right. Brian.
Yeah?
Come look at this.
I'll be right with you. What is it?
A mirror.
What about it?
It was broken.
By God, that's right. At least I think it was.
Oh, we all saw it. It was broken right down the middle.
What the hell goes on?
Brian.
What?
Somebody's in the kitchen.
Oh.
Oh, look, it's green.
I just left there. They couldn't be. Okay.
You see, it was just that solar power thing.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll check it out first thing tomorrow, okay?
Right.
Green technology is an alien conspiracy, I'm telling you.
Al Gore is the head of the aliens.
That might be true.
I like how the pan over and then nothing.
And what the hell do we just go to bed and try to forget it, huh? Oh, God. Good night, sweetheart. You know, a lot of people claim they've seen UFOs, but I just never did believe them. Maybe a hand on.
You want to play? Grant, it's in the hallway.
What's in the hallway?
Dad,
Did you hear anything out here?
I thought I heard Mom yell.
She said she saw something.
Well, let's go check Jenny. She's gone.
What's happening?
Jenny's gone. No.
My God, what's that?
What's wrong?
Jenny's missing.
Jenny! 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 Oh my God! Jenny! Jenny!
We're back again, Brad.
What are you talking about, Mother?
Oh, we saw them earlier this evening.
Oh, Jenny. Oh,
My God, I could have shot her.
baby, where have you been?
I was outside playing with my friend.
Your friend? What friend?
That thing that made the bad thing go away.
What bad thing, Jenny?
I thought it was a telescope, but it wasn't. It was sort of long and looked like Daddy's rifle.
Oh, my God, Grant. Could somebody be out there with a gun?
Could be.
Dad, I think we've got to get out of here till the morning when the police come.
Where can we go at 1 o'clock?
I don't care. I just want to get out of here.
All right. You two get dressed. I'll take a look around outside.
Be careful, Grant.
I will. You stay here.
Northwest Weather Bureau. Those electrical disturbances throughout the deserts of southern...
Yeah, hello, operator. I'm having trouble reaching 343-4077. Can you check that line for me, please?
And some communities are reporting slight ground tremors. Communication with the stricken areas has become increasingly difficult tonight due to telephone blackouts and atmospheric radio interference. Utility companies are being swamped with requests for assistance, and the Highway Patrol is warning motorists to be on the alert.
Yeah, okay, fine, thanks. I'll keep trying.
And downed power lines. Weather Bureau spokesmen blame the freak weather conditions on electromagnetic radiation resulting from that triple supernova, which occurred more than 200 years ago and whose effects are just now being felt on Earth. We urge you to stay indoors, remain calm.
Hey, Steve. Come here a minute, will you?
Yeah, Dad?
We're going back to town.
What about the horses?
They'll be okay. We'll be back in the morning.
You sure we even have to go?
Sure do.
It'll make Beth feel better. Go see if she and Jenny are ready.
Molly, about ready to go?
Just about.
Mommy, I don't want to go. I like it here.
Shh, honey, don't talk now.
Beth, you coming?
Yes, coming.
Dad, isn't that the car?
Yeah. Honey, you stay here.
Be careful.
Oh, get this. Just take it easy now. Circle over there, and I'll circle around here, okay?
Yeah, right.
All right, are we ready? Let's get out of here.
No, something's going on out there.
What do you mean?
Well, the car's running, nobody's in it. Jenny, where's Jenny?
Jenny! Jenny!
Stay there! Stay there! I see.
What is this, Dad? It doesn't make any sense at all.
Oh, Jesus Christ. See if you can jerk that battery cable off. Give this alternator a go here.
Mommy, isn't this fun?
No, it's not fun, Jenny. It scares me.
It does? Okay, car. I want you to stop fooling around. You're scaring my mommy.
There it starts. Starting again. Look! Look!
Wow!
Everybody get inside. Hurry up.
Hello, operator. Get me 343-4077 again, please. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, Grant? Grant?
Richard? Richard, can you hear me?
Grant!
We need help. Get out here as quick as you can, you hear?
What the? Operator! Listen, all I got was interference.
Did he hear you?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, forget it.
Dad. They're gone now. Can't we get out of here?
I think so, Grant, while we've got the chance.
Okay. First thing we'll have to do is find out if the car will run.
You have the keys?
I left them in the car.
I'll try it.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. What is it?
I don't know what it was.
Mommy, that's the bad thing I told you about.
Everybody upstairs, quick.
Get the bedroom, quick, quick.
It's damn strange it stopped.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Not even warm, Anna.
California Highway Patrol has issued an advisory to all motorists in the desert area.
no gas, fella.
Well, why not?
I got no power. There's a hell of an electrical storm out there.
That's just about where my family is. I've got to get some gas. Can't we hook up some kind of siphon or something?
I gotta have a hand pump someplace around there.
Will you go look for it?
I'll try.
Thank you.
Wait. Where are you going?
I left my dolly downstairs.
Your doll? Well, we'll leave it there because right now it's better if we all stay here.
But that nasty thing is out there. He'll take my doll.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go downstairs right now and get it for you.
Will you?
Sure.
Wait a minute, Steve. You're not going anyplace.
Dad, we haven't heard a sound for an hour.
I know. We better take a look anyway. Where is it?
It's at the bottom of the stairs. I'll run down and run right back up.
Looks okay. Go ahead.
Man, the things men do for dolls.
I know. I'm not sure dramatic music just for walking downstairs is...
It's got me on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, I know. Is there an alien here? Doesn't seem to be moving as fast as he said he was going to move either. It's like, okay, now run back up the stairs, just like you said. Oh, no. Let's look out the curtains.
Mm-hmm. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Ewan McGregor. Whoa!
Look at this.
Oh man, let's play Galaga.
It's right out of the special effects dollar store.
So I'm supposed to know what's going on there? All the lights joining together. Okay, back, returning with my dolly. Uh-oh. Robbie the robot.
Grant!
Yeah?
It's Stephen!
Good God. I'm coming, Steve! Show that dresser in front of the door after I leave.
Wait.
Well, this is just getting silly.
I don't know. This might be the logical sort of plot change I was waiting for.
It's claymation time, folks.
It's this, then Avatar.
Exactly. It was just really one, like, James Cameron was around, he could have just really...
Well, he was.
Yeah.
Remember? We're part of the past, the present,
Oh, exactly.
the future.
Yeah. He just hadn't fully evolved yet or something. Yeah, I gotta say, if you're gonna do this kind of thing, Godzilla's gotta make an appearance, or it just doesn't make any sense, really.
You're right. Hadn't thought about it like that.
It's coming from the side of the house. I'd better go downstairs. Brandon needs help.
The stables.
Turn the light.
Yeah, that's right. Look out for those power lines. They're down and all over hell. Okay, that's about it. Give me. That's about 12 gallons. They'll be at 65 cents. They'll be $7.80. Here. That's right. Keep the change. Hey, thanks a lot. Thank you.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything out there right now.
Can't you see any sign of Stephen or Dad?
That might be they now.
I better check out the house. You stay put here.
Maybe I better come too.
You watch your horse. If we lose them, we'll never get out of here.
Dad! Here, take this, just in case.
Supernova recorded earlier this morning. Already, the debate has begun as to whether the event was indeed an explosion of 3 stars or a totally new, unrecorded stellar phenomenon.
Bring up one of the horses. We got to divert that son of a bitch.
But, Dad...
The only way. It's a horse or us. Move. Get back down there and make all the noise you can. Help divert them.
Bossy cuss, isn't it?
He's jock hewing, damn it. He can say whatever he wants. Who, me? You talking to me?
It's a great job with the claw marks.
I will have my revenge on the horse that stuck that pitchfork in my head. Oh, gosh. Alien dinosaurs are so stupid.
Communications have been cut off for most of the evening. Puzzling information is starting to trickle in from the storms. In the wake of severe electrical disturbances and unusual seismic activity.
Easy now, son. Easy now, boy. That's a good boy. You know, take it easy. That's it. Ooh. Yeah. That's a good boy. What are you doing out here, huh? Where's everybody? You all right? That's a good boy.
Okay, son?
Sure, I'm okay. You're gonna check up at the house. What's Mom doing here?
Check up at the house? What do you mean?
That's what you said you were gonna do just a few seconds ago. Why is it light outside?
Son, I left hours ago.
Hours? Dad, you just left me. You hardly closed the door and you were right back here.
Steve, you know what this is, don't you?
Uh-oh. I don't know. Don't say it.
It's a time-space warp.
Time-space warp. Damn it.
Exactly what that is.
That was the best line, folks. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Oh, God.
Strange creatures that we know don't belong on our planet. God only knows where they came from.
Jenny.
He's got to be a method actor.
Spent time with aliens.
Mm-hmm. Just took them away. I don't know what place they're in. I don't even know what time they're in. I don't even know what time we're in.
Horse riding time.
I don't even remember who won the Super Bowl last year.
We don't do about any of us.
We go on, that's what we do.
Look!
Wake up. Look.
Oh, my God.
Jenny's fine. She's with Richard. Beth, what is it? It's all right. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to be safe. I know where to go. I'm not sure I can explain it. It's only a feeling I had. I felt a communication, a series of images, after which I knew what was happening to us, and I knew our fear was unnecessary.
But how can you be sure that it or whatever is telling the truth?
Oh, I don't think it knew what deception was. It goes beyond those things, millions of years beyond. And yet, there is a feeling there of warmth. These are life forms evolved past anything our imaginations are capable of perceiving now.
What's going to happen to us now, Beth?
I don't understand it completely, Dad. For a while, the whole galaxy was turned upside down.
Are we ever going to see Jenny again?
Oh, yes, of course. She's waiting for us.
Beth, think we'll ever get back home?
I don't know.
Hey, you guys! Hurry up! Jenny!
Oh, Jenny, we thought we'd lost you.
You all right, sweetheart?
Sure, Grandpa. And look, there's Daddy.
Oh! Hey, Richard!
Oh, Jenny, guess what I got for you?
Thanks, Steve.
Come on.
something?
What?
Maybe this was all meant to be. This is our new way of life.
Well, folks, I think, I don't know, did we learn something from this?
My mind's blown. I don't even know what to say.
Mind blown.
Absolutely, absolutely. I have a new philosophy on life.
I'm going to stay clear of any green triangles I see along the way, yeah.
Right. What does this have to say about green technology? I mean, should I be fearful?
The future of green technology.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's all triangles in the future. So yeah, I don't know. I guess it had a strange. I guess the ending was sort of anticlimactic. I mean, but there's sometimes when you run into like aliens or whatever. I noticed this in other alien movies. Like you run into, the humans have to deal with something they don't understand, and they really can't even do anything about it because the forces they're facing are just so much bigger. Like War of the Worlds. And I haven't seen the original, but like the Tom Cruise one. The way that whole thing is resolved, the Spielberg movie, is that the aliens suddenly start dying out of nowhere because they've got, they can't.
Germs.
Right. So they didn't do that here, but it was sort of like that where, the humans are just like, run away. And then there's some drama around the girl, whether they're going to get her back. And I don't know, the mother, did she like get some kind of cosmic enlightenment while she was with the space alien? She seems all like, it's all good.
First of all, it's all good. One of my favorite phrases in the world. But
are you being sarcastic?
I am.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I gotta say, if there is a message, then that's the message, right? That don't be afraid of these things. There are things that we can't control, and
Yeah, that's not what Stephen Hawking says.
Yeah, I know.
Have you heard that?
Yeah.
What he says?
I'm very familiar with it.
Basically just going to take us over
Absolutely.
and dominate us. Yeah, oh well.
I was just trying to roll with the flow.
I know. Go with the. That's the thing, though. That's just one guy saying that. We sort of have this thing where we try to imagine, and we do it with both, religion. We do it with aliens. When we sort of envision something that's much higher than us, like God, or maybe some highly sophisticated alien. But it's like you can try to imagine that if you want, but you can't never know if it's right? I mean,
evidence.
What?
Evidence, absolutely.
Yeah, you need something you'd have to meet one of the, you'd have to have here's my recorded conversation with whatever, if you could even record the movie Under the Dome, I think is a movie, the book, it's going to become actually a movie, the Stephen King book. So I think Steven Spielberg, again, is actually going to make some kind of 12-part, I don't know if it's going to be like a mini-series for TV that just goes on for a long time. But that book has this, when they finally encounter the aliens, and the aliens, I'm sorry, I'm giving a spoiler, they are responsible for this big dome that's put over this community. And that's not really what, most of the interest in the book, and I assume the TV show, is about how do people respond when they're just totally trapped and they're cut off from a larger society, and they have to operate as this small little, community. And the outside world is trying to influence what's going on. They can still communicate with the outside. Anyway, it is aliens responsible. And at one point, one of the characters has a way of communicating, but it's not in language. It's through some kind of thought thing. And she's sort of like, why are you doing this to us? That's the question. And this alien intelligence, she really senses that it's sort of not even like an adult alien, like it might be a child alien. But the response back is something like, you're not real. Like, you're just some little toy I play with in my toy box. And so we could be viewed that way. Or maybe, again, it would be this great benevolence, like, we want to try to help these little people along, like the Star Trek people do. They meet some primitive race, and they're like, well, if we can help them, fine, but we don't want to intrude on their little thing. So you could go either way, really. But
I feel like the dome's already been done, right?
With The Simpsons? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. It was Homer's fault.
I know.
Isn't that?
Yeah, I know. People did kind of rip on that book when it came out, because they're like, yeah, The Simpsons got. But somebody probably did it before The Simpsons. I don't even know.
Vonnegut.
Vonnegut did it?
In a matter of speaking, right?
There you go.
I want to go to one of your previous comments, though. You said the film was a little anticlimactic, and there were horses. I think Avatar ripped that one off, by the way.
That's what does it for you, if you see horses?
There are horses and sunsets, man. I'm good. Absolutely. It's golden.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's, I don't know. It had something to it. It's one of those where you're kind of like, I just wish it had built more towards the sort of traditional narrative thing where a character does something to try to, but maybe it was just trying to replicate more reality, that you wouldn't have any control of the situation, and if you get your little girl back at the end and her mother, then you lucked out, because there was nothing you could do about it.
You were fighting forces.
You can't talk to these aliens. I was wondering if anybody go like, hey, could you not destroy my place? Could you not send any more weird, Mothra type creatures after us?
Yep, exactly.
All right, folks. Well, I have to now teach Brian the little phrase that we say at the end of every show. I forgot to mention that to you beforehand.
Should I take notes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just from here on out, just do this when I do this in future shows. But we always say, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Keep poppin'. Colonel.
Colonel.
Ta-da.
Got it.
All right, folks. See you next time.